Hi friends, I hope you've been well and experiencing the love of God daily. I certainly have. It is so good sometimes to stop and consider the many ways that God has blessed me, especially when I'm feeling down. Some of you mentioned you enjoyed the last video I posted, which warms my heart, and all glory goes to God. A number of you also wanted to know why I chose to be trained as a medical missionary, and I'll try to answer that briefly. For some time now, I've been really troubled by the current state of affairs of health in the Western world. Some of the most prosperous nations are also the most unhealthy, physically, mentally, etc. I've looked at several different systems and approaches or theories on how to fix this challenge, and now I truly believe that there is only one solution, and that's Christ's method. His alone can permanently heal us of our health issues. Everything else is temporary. Let's take migraines, for example. If you take over-the-counter or prescription medication, you're most likely addressing the symptoms, and you may not even have migraines for a while. But have you addressed the cause or the root issue? No. As soon as you stop taking these medications, you're back to square one. Now, the way God approaches healing is that He wants us to first understand His power as the Creator, and then for us to trust Him to do what's best for us. Now, when Jesus Christ, who is God, walked this earth, He healed people of all kinds of diseases. And He usually healed them of multiple issues. Sometimes it was physical and spiritual, physical and emotional, or mental and spiritual, and many more that I can think of right now. God goes beyond our presenting need to the much deeper issue, sin. In the last video I posted, we talked a little bit about sin, and we mentioned that sin is actually breaking God's law. And when any law is broken, there are consequences. Now, God doesn't want us to suffer those consequences. And the consequences of breaking God's law is death, permanent death. He longs to rescue us from the ravages of sin. That is His ultimate desire. And this is why He provided the sanctuary for us, so that we can understand in simple symbols how He is rescuing us. The sanctuary or temple, as some people call it, is not a place that only priests and worshipers met. This is just one of the 3 types of sanctuaries or temples that are mentioned in the Bible. The original sanctuary or temple is the one in heaven, where God literally is ministering on our behalf as our chief priest to save us. And the beauty of this is that when we are saved, we will be reunited with Him to enjoy His presence forever. So let's explore this sanctuary together. The sanctuary is divided into 3 parts. The first part is the courtyard. And in the courtyard, we see a bronze altar, and this is the place of sacrifice. The next thing we see is the bronze laver or basin that priests use to wash their hands before doing any sacred sanctuary service. The second part of the sanctuary is called the holy place, and its entrance was covered with a veil of blue, purple, and scarlet. It was beautiful. And inside this room or holy place, we see 3 pieces of furniture: a a 7-branched golden candlestick, and you can just feel the warmth generating from this. We also see a table of showbread with 12 loaves that smell amazing. And finally, the golden altar of incense, where the priest burns incense morning and evening, and you can smell that wonderful aroma as it fills the sanctuary and spreads into the courtyard. The third and final room is the most holy place. This is a special room. Inside the most holy place, we see a simple but beautiful chest or ark covered with gold. And at the top of this chest is the mercy seat, where 2 angels or cherubim look down in awe or reverence. Between these 2 angels is the Shekinah glory, or the very presence of God. And inside the ark, or right beneath the mercy seat, are the 10 Commandments, which summarizes the character of God and also shows us our sin. God designed all of this for us to understand how He is solving the problem of sin, which separates us from Him. When we understand this plan, then we can cooperate with Him. Each step is crucial, and over the next few weeks, we'll examine and explore these aspects of the sanctuary in more detail. So what aspect of the sanctuary interests you most? Comment below. Friends, if you take nothing else from this video, take this. The sanctuary is real, and it is a powerhouse where God Himself dwells, working to free us from the shackles of sin. Jesus Christ is our chief priest in the heavenly sanctuary, and He reaches down to grasp the hands of anyone who trusts Him and takes advantage of the help He freely gives. Isn't it marvelous that although our sins have separated us from God, He has still found a way to reunite us with Him and help us take advantage of His grace? You may have heard many things about God in the past. I'm not sure how you came to learn these things. We all have our unique paths that we take. Have you considered hearing directly from God Himself, though? He's written you a letter, a personal letter, in the symbology of the sanctuary, because He knows how cloudy things can get in our minds. He knows we may even be confused about who He is. Millions of people have been where you are, and the sanctuary has helped them understand who God is and what His intentions are for us.
In
our fallen natures, we have a powerful element that constantly seeks to separate us from our Creator, and will surely be destroyed by this unless we choose to trust God and have Him work within us. Without His help, we have no chance. Christ, our chief priest, knocks at the door of every heart, inviting us all to exchange sin for His presence, for purity and pleasure. That's right, friends. Christ wants to live within us, the third sanctuary.